Sign up today for a 7-day free trial at alerts.chartguys.com. So we're looking for a 5-minute higher low to form and looking at the consolidation that's currently taking place on Bitfinex. We're looking for that 5-minute higher low, checking in on Coinbase. So looking for this 5-minute higher low, I just got an additional order filled for Ethereum in the low 164s. I scaled into Ethereum on this bounce play as well. So I scaled in, my first order was 175. I scaled in more in the 160s, and I actually had a couple orders fill under 160. So I was in a lot heavier for Ethereum than I was Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was X size of my account, I was probably in 3X of Ethereum. So I ended up with an average in the mid to upper 160s. I sold this move into the 170s. I sold at 172.89, a little bit more at about 170 or so. And now we're looking at an inverse head and shoulders pattern setup. So I just entered in the low 164s, and I have another couple orders just around 160 looking for this higher low to form. And I'll probably sell them just looking for a 5-minute lower high compared to 170, 120. And that's just to continue managing short-term positions and locking in profit when I have it, trading against the trend. So for Ethereum, the weekly bear flag has confirmed. Weekly bear break of 163.57. Lower highs and lower lows continue. No monthly higher low is set on Litecoin and Ethereum, obviously, at this point. The bears are strong. So we have to see a 5-minute trend change for any kind of follow through on any bounce. And if we don't, then we know not to look at any kind of follow through. If we change the 5-minute trend, we zoom out to the 15-minute time frame. We'll watch the 15-minute exponential resistance. And then the same thing, we'll do it for the hourly. It's the zoom out game. We've been here before. ETH, BTC, daily time frame, huge pullback, but trying to bounce and still a daily uptrend. So let's not lose sight of that fact that Ethereum is still a daily uptrend. It was the kind of thing where Ethereum dumped faster than Bitcoin and harder, but then once that bottom was hit, Bitcoin kept fading and Ethereum had held its support. So a little bit more resilience put on by those bulls once the initial hit of 160 took place. Litecoin, weekly bear flag confirmed in a very big way. We're now looking down at the next support level in the 57s. We already broke it. So really 56.80 and then down to 50 psychological. Bears in complete control. Bounce on the 5-minute time frame. Did get a little trend change with no follow through. And if you're trading an individual coin and gets a 5-minute trend change, as we always know, have to see Bitcoin and the major coins go along with it. If you get a 5-minute trend change and the other names like Bitcoin are not following, that's a bit of a red flag. So at this point, it could be a 15-minute or an hourly bear flag. So we have to be cautious because, again, it can always go lower. We have to anticipate that that is a possibility to always protect ourselves. So we're going to keep an eye out for the potential of bear flags. And LTC, BTC, big bounce on the daily chart. So holding up much better than Bitcoin right now. But, well, actually, it'll be notable if the weekly low, the weekly higher low can form. We would, of course, have to hold 6097 and break 7875 to change this trend on the weekly time frame. XRP USD. So bounce underway, 5-minute time frame, much more follow through. So again, have to be cautious of an hourly bear flag, but there is much more follow through here on this 5-minute oversold bounce than there is on Bitcoin currently. That being said, the XRP price also dropped to the lowest point we've seen in what looks like years, at least a year and a half, 2 years. So obviously a very clear bear break there as well. And the question is Bitcoin going to be able to change its 5-minute trend, and these hourly bounces like Litecoin and XRP that have already gotten started, will they be able to see follow through? Or is Bitcoin going to drop to lower lows and we're going to see hourly bear flags confirm? Binance is falling apart as well. It's a falling knife. Huge red day on Binance. Support is now down at 1625. That broke. Now we're looking down at 1386. And the monthly time frame is now very much an equilibrium setup. Low, high, certainly looking for a higher low compared to 412, but then we'll just be looking for a lower high as well. EOS, weekly bear flag confirmed. Just a lower high and lower low, continuing the downtrend. No monthly higher low. Alt season certainly cut very short. 5-minute bounce right now is weak, more in line with what Bitcoin is doing. Have to change the 5-minute trend, and we'll zoom out and look at other time frames from there if the bulls are able to change that 5-minute trend. XLM just dropped to a lower low. No one else has done that yet. It's a double bottom, but anything under 549, just a lower high. Weekly time frame down at the lows, all bears. So the Bitcoin break has crushed a lot of the hopes and dreams of some altcoin bulls looking for upside. And the entire cryptocurrency space, I don't have the number off the top of my head, but I'm sure a huge number of dollars was taken off of the total market cap. We have an oversold bounce attempt underway. At this point, it's a fairly weak oversold bounce attempt, but we are going to be watching for 5-minute equilibriums on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I'm going to remain nimble and lock in short-term small gains while I have it. I'm not going for any home runs. I'm just looking to lock in a day maker or a couple day maker. And that's because I am playing counter the trend. Shorts, at this point, if you are not in a short position, I would probably want to be waiting for a 4-hour lower high to be scouting for an entry. If you are in a short position, congrats to the bears. Tons of follow through. And I'm sure there's plenty of week makers or year makers out there for those using leverage in their bearish positions. So do good things out there. Remain cautious. Can it go lower? Yes. We can absolutely see another leg down. We can absolutely see Bitcoin break $8,000 tonight. It's possible. You have to prepare for every single scenario, have game plans established, stick to those game plans, and have a group of friends that you can run your game plans by and talk about. So thanks again. Let's get this video uploaded. We'll check back in soon. I am going to be doing a little bit of traveling, so videos will not be as regular. Of course, everything in the markets, in all markets, picks up crazy volatile as soon as I'm about to leave, but I'll check in as I can, and I'll see you soon.